How's it going, everybody? The second half of the PlayStation Summer Sale is running from now until August 12th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If any physical editions exist, you can find them down in the description, but with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $14, 20% off, Momodora, Moonlit Farewell follows Momo, High Priestess of Koho, on a divine mission to save her village from demon hordes summoned by a malevolent bell ringer 5 years after the events of Momodora 3. Explore a world rich in lore through gorgeous pixel art, mastering melee combos and arrow attacks with a customizable sigil system, then test yourself against core-shaking boss battles with freely adjustable difficulty. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty round 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $20, 67% off. The Hazelight Bundle includes both It Takes Two and A Way Out, offering two of Hazelight Studios' most inventive cooperative adventures. In It Takes Two, work together using unique character abilities to overcome unexpected obstacles, chaotic gameplay, and heartfelt story moments, while A Way Out lets two players control Leo and Vincent in a tense, cinematic prison escape and emotional post-escape adventure. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to get both platinums. For $15, 75% off, Call of Duty Vanguard is a World War II shooter where you dogfight over the Pacific, airdrop into France, defend Stalingrad, and blast through North Africa with cinematic intensity. Developed by Sledgehammer Games, it features a gripping single-player campaign, a multiplayer suite with over 20 maps, and a zombies mode from Treyarch, delivering high-stakes combat and immersive historical detail across multiple modes. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off, Metal Hellsinger casts you as the unknown, part human and part demon, fighting through the fiercest domains of hell to settle the score with the Red Judge herself. This rhythm FPS rewards shooting on the beat with more intense music and destruction, letting you wield a skull-clad blade and murderous weaponry against demon hordes, dive into the brutal Leviathan Horde mode, and battle through an award-winning original soundtrack and epic story. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $30, 25% off, Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key DX follows Ryza and her friends through their final summer adventure a year after Atelier Ryza 2, uncovering the origins of alchemy and the mysteries of their world. This DX edition adds 3 playable characters in Clifford, Seri, and Kilo, a new story reuniting Clifford and Seri on a deserted island, and a custom combat mode with a wind beast that auto-gathers ingredients. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $19, 25% off, Gnosia is a sci-fi social deduction RPG where a drifting spaceship's crew must debate and vote to send the most suspicious among them into cold sleep before the deadly Gnosia wipes them all out. Loop through repeated playthroughs to unlock new discussion commands, step into different roles that shape how well you can sway opinions or lie, and piece together clues from randomly triggered character events as the crew's numbers dwindle. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, the Thief VR Legacy of Shadow and Metro Awakening bundle blends stealth, survival, and full immersion across 2 gripping full-length VR adventures packed into one bundle for horror and stealth fans. Slip through the shadows as a master thief in a gothic city of secrets, then descend into the haunting tunnels of post-apocalyptic Moscow, exploring 2 distinct worlds that add up to one unforgettable VR experience. It's a 77 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to finish both games. For $15, 75% off, Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is a sprawling, critically acclaimed RPG where you awaken powerful source abilities in a world gripped by fear of magic after the Divine's death. Create a custom hero or choose from unique origin characters, engage in deep turn-based combat with environmental interactions, and shape a reactive story solo or in 4-player co-op as you challenge the oppressive Divine Order. It's a 93 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $20, 58% off, Planet Coaster 2 lets you build the theme park of your dreams, combining epic water rides and coasters across 9 distinct themes and thousands of customizable pieces to delight your thrill-seeking park guests. Manage your budget and guest happiness with new heat maps, then create together in sandbox mode, compete in franchise mode, or visit friends' parks in first person and share creations through the cross-platform workshop. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, the SteamWorld Essentials Collection is a complete 5-game bundle that dives into the rich, genre-hopping universe of SteamWorld, offering platforming, tactical combat, and city-building adventures. This collection includes SteamWorld Dig, SteamWorld Dig 2, SteamWorld Heist, SteamWorld Heist 2, and SteamWorld Build, letting you mine, battle, strategize, and construct across diverse worlds. It's an 83 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 115 hours to finish all 5 games. For $26, 35% off, Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition is an acclaimed real-time strategy game rebuilt for console with full controller support, spanning 4 richly crafted campaigns and 35 missions from the Dark Ages to the Renaissance. Command one of 10 unique civilizations, leading legendary figures like Joan of Arc and Genghis Khan across land and sea battles, with tutorials for newcomers and competitive ranked multiplayer for veterans. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 180 hours to platinum. For $23, 35% off, the Planet of Lana collection bundles 2 cinematic puzzle adventures following Lana and her companion Mui as they rely on their bond to survive a world torn between nature's grace and cold machine invasion. In Planet of Lana 2, greed and power divide the tribes of their home planet, forcing Lana and Mui to stand together against the forces reshaping their world, fighting for its very soul. It's an 82 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to finish both games. For $14, 65% off, Cat Quest, the Furtastic Trilogy bundles 3 adventures, Cat Quest 1, 2, and 3, into one awesome action RPG collection full of monster battles, dungeon exploration, and quirky side quests. Leap across Felonguard to rescue your kidnapped sister, team up as a cat and dog to reclaim thrones in a war-torn kingdom, or sail the 2.5D Caribbean seas as a swashbuckling privateer hunting mythical treasure. It's a 78 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $18, 60% off, RogoCop Rogue City Alex Murphy Edition is an action RPG putting you in the boots of old Detroit's iconic cyborg cop, blending first-person combat with RPG-style upgrades and meaningful choices as you patrol a crime-ridden, corruption-plagued city. This edition adds the OCP shotgun sidearm, the damaged armor from the original film, the prototype Auto9 skin, and a 100-page digital art book with developer commentary. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $22, 50% off, Sam & Max The Complete Trilogy lets you join Sam & Max, the freelance police, in a remastered collection of their first 3 adventures. Solve absurd point-and-click puzzles across chaotic streets and bizarre worlds full of hypnotized former child stars and marauding robots, all enhanced with HD graphics and new live jazz tracks as you outwit villains and uncover the quirkiest mysteries in every episode. It's an 82 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 35 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $16, 60% off, Atelier Shallie, Alchemists of the Dusk Sea DX closes out the Dusk trilogy with 2 girls fulfilling their wishes as water sources dry up completely and the once blue oceans turn to endless sand in a slowly dying world. This DX version rolls in the elements added in the Plus version alongside numerous past DLC, letting you explore alchemy and adventure as everything slowly fades away into nothing in the merciless Dusk world. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $28, 65% off, the Doom Anthology is a complete first-person shooter collection spanning 3 decades, from classic Doom and Doom 2 to modern reboots Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition. Wield powerful weapons across 6 titles, including Doom 64 and Doom 3, battling demon hordes through Mars, Earth, and Hell across unique campaigns with fast-paced combat and iconic level design. It's an 85 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 80 hours to finish all the games in the collection. For $15, 25% off, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 takes you on a colorful, breathtaking ride through the most epic ninja fights the series has ever seen, powered by a totally revamped battle system. Unleash a broad set of ninja skills against the fiercest foes you'll ever encounter, from massive secret technique attacks to energetic awakening evolutions and signature shurikens and kunais, with a unique playstyle for every ninja. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $24, 60% off, Earth Defense Force World Brothers sends the EDF to a parallel world where Earth is made of digital blocks, shattered into pieces by an evil dark tyrant and his motherships. Rescue stranded soldiers scattered across the pieces to assemble your own team of up to 4, switching between block versions of characters and weapons pulled from every past EDF release as you battle familiar invaders, ravagers, and aggressors in 4-player online co-op. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $11, 15% off. Hell is Other Demons is an acclaimed fast-paced action platform shooter with roguelite elements, exploring a handcrafted world full of demons, wonderfully over-the-top boss fights, and a heavy synthwave soundtrack. Rewarding fast decisions and creativity like the arcade bullet hell shooters of old, take on a campaign through Hell or dive into arcade mode for unlimited procedurally generated action and infinite replayability. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $30, 70% off. Riders Republic Premium Edition pits you against over 50 players in massive multiplayer races across a seamless open world of urban streets and iconic national parks like Yosemite and Zion. Switch between bikes, skis, and wingsuits while customizing your character with cosmetics from iconic brands, and this edition throws in the outfit, careers, and frenzy packs for extra gear, vehicles, and events to explore and ride. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off. Saga Emerald Beyond is a sprawling strategic RPG that blends the best elements of the Saga series to deliver a deeply personalized, fully immersive, epic adventure where every choice shapes your unique story. Travel across 17 unique worlds, meet a diverse cast of characters including humans, witches, vampires, and mechs, and uncover branching plots and multiple endings that evolve depending on your decisions and action. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $14, 20% off. Elementallis is a top-down action-adventure where guilt guides you to restore the wild elements and heal a dying world before conquering the ancient temples where each one resides. Fight enemies with your sword, shield, and elemental powers like fire and water while exploring 8 unique biomes full of secrets and inhabitants in need of help, unlocking new abilities to reach previously inaccessible areas along the way. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $18, 60% off. Pacific Drive Whispers Edition bundles the base game with a new Whispers in the Woods expansion, putting you behind the wheel of a driving survival game through a surreal Pacific Northwest. Venture into the Olympic exclusion zone to restore and upgrade your car, gather resources, and face a terrifying group of anomaly-obsessed fanatics, then explore forests marked with strange symbols to uncover bizarre artifacts in the new expansion. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $17, 50% off. Medieval Dynasty is an expansive medieval life simulation where you start as a simple farmer or hunter and gradually rise to become the head of a thriving, self-sustaining dynasty in a vast open world teeming with wildlife and secrets. Brave harsh seasons as you raise a village from nothing, hunting, crafting, constructing, managing residents, and forging the family bonds that will carry your legacy forward for generations to come. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.